without looking first, what is the color of your neighbor's front door? What's the color of the clock in whichever car you usually ride or drive in? So, Webster Dictionary defines looking as directing your eyes in a certain direction, and seeing as becoming aware of something or someone by using your eyes. But think about how much time we spend seeing every day versus looking, especially on social media. So, there's only so much you can gather about someone or something from a post, but how many of us can spend hours on our phones scrolling through pictures that we look at for a few seconds each? It's kind of scary if you think about it. But one thing that you should know is that God never just looks at us. He always sees us. One example of the difference is when Jesus called some of his disciples in Matthew 9:9 and in Mark 1:16 through 20. It says that Jesus saw them and he called them to follow him. But in seeing them, he didn't just see what the world saw. He didn't just see fishermen or tax collectors or zealots or any of the other examples of who the disciples were before they became disciples of Jesus. He saw the potential in them to be his followers and to change the world. In another scripture, in Mark 10:21, Jesus encounters a man with great faith, and it says that he saw him and he loved him. Jesus saw past what society saw. So what if we saw people as Jesus did, as more than just the labels that we give them? What if we saw ourselves like that as well? How would your life look? I want to give you guys a challenge, and in that challenge, I want you to either submit or put on your story, if you're on Instagram or whatever, and tag us, of a picture of someone you love or of you, because you love yourself too, and point out something that makes you or them great, just the way that God created them or you. If you do this, you'll be submitted into a raffle for a Sweet Jordan's gift card. Ooh, our usual go-to, but who doesn't love free stuff from Sweet Jordan's? So again, either post it on your story or just send it to me or DM or whatever to point out something you love about someone else or about yourself, the way that God created us. Do it. I'd also like to say that I did not come up with the concept of looking versus seeing. There's a lot of devotions and books out there that talk about the difference in our spiritual lives between looking and seeing, and the difference in how when it relates to God's relationship with us, looking and seeing is different. So there's lots of things out there. I did not come up with it. I wish I did because it's really cool. But there's that. And also I used an article from Brain Science to learn a little bit more about the difference in the brain between looking and seeing in our everyday lives. So if you want to check it out, it's really short. It's really cool. Who doesn't love a little bit of psychology? I'm going to attach the link.